Welcome to Discover Greater Lansing. Whether you're exploring the rich history of the state capital or indulging in incredible local food, there's always something exciting happening here. Discover living. Discover mobility. Discover downtown. Discover giving back. Greater Lansing offers breathtaking activities and outdoor adventures, ensuring a perfect balance of city life and natural beauty. Discover the warmth. Discover the charm. Discover Greater Lansing. The journey begins now.
Hello again, and welcome back to Discover Greater Lansing. Today's show is going to be awesome. I am with some dear older friends, not old, but older friends I've known for quite a while. And we're with Julie Tamasma. She is the CEO of Child and Family Charities, and Dempna Krakorkian, that's a mouthful, but she is a dynamo, and she's the Senior Director of Development for Child and Family Charities. So welcome today. Can't wait to so much excitement going on, so many wonderful things you are doing for our community, for our families and children. So for those one or two people who may not have heard of Child and Family Charities, Julie, why don't you start us off and let us know, what's the organization all about?
Sure. Well, thank you for having us. We love being here today and always love the opportunity to tell the community a little bit more about Child and Family Charities. We've actually been serving the community since 1911. Wow. So we have been here a long time and have our roots here. And our roots originate from an orphan train, actually, that would come across, and there'd be kids who were abandoned or pretty much orphaned, didn't have a home, and a group of volunteers would rally behind them and make sure that they had safe and loving homes. And so that was a Children's Aid Society. And so incredible history with foster care and adoption, and really that's where we've grown. So we've grown from that to now we reach over 20,000 people here in the community, and we have over 30 programs. So we've continued to respond to the need by adding behavioral health services. We've grown with adding Teen Court. Angel House is another one that many people know about, child abuse prevention, just our Gateway Youth Services, which is our homeless and runaway youth program. So we're always responding to that community need, which is our mission.
Right, and we don't talk about it anymore, but the pandemic just escalated all those needs. And you were there to fill in all the gaps, from diapers to water to housing. And this organization has such a special place in my heart because it covers the full breadth of a family's life, from a child's life, and every child deserves to have a loving, nurturing place to lay their head each night, and you provide that. And I just love and thank you for that story, from those humble beginnings, the train coming through town, carrying these children, and us embracing them as a community, and now to serving thousands and thousands. And we're going to get to really exciting stuff in a few minutes, but you know, every organization has a story to tell. And Dempna, you get that opportunity to really get not just, we're programs, services, numbers, and figures. We're about real people and about real lives and about real stories. Yeah. Can you share one of those stories with us about the impact Child and Family Charities is having?
Absolutely, Lori. Thank you so much. Well, yes, you're right. I come across many of our clients, both former and those who are currently being served by our agency. And most recently, one that comes to mind is Heather and her family. She is a mother with 5 children and husband. And I think she represents really well your average person. They live paycheck to paycheck, and they struggled when they were children, both she and her husband, and so they wanted a better life for their children, so they wouldn't have to feel that struggle and stress in a family. So they worked really hard to get to places where, you know, they had a home and they could provide for their family and they could pay their bills, and everything was, you know, pretty much going along quite well until her son became ill. And when that happened, everything changed. He had to go to the Children's Hospital in Ann Arbor. Mom had to drive him frequently trips during the week. She was a food server and hourly wage and so employee, and so she would have to take time off, plus lose her tips. And the gas alone is what basically threw their budget out of whack, but then not having that income as well caused them to really begin to struggle quite a bit. And I think a lot of our families in our local areas have been through this, maybe are going through it right now. And that's why we have our Family Growth Center, our Family Growth and Resource Center, which is designed to meet needs for families just like Heather's. Heather, fortunately, ran into one of our board members who connected her to Julie, and then Julie connected her to our staff. And boy, we just, within a day of meeting us, she had diapers, she had wipes, she had food, she had clothing, she had gas cards, and more to come, basically. And from that day on, we have been working with her. And you know, now she has a job where she's not quite so 9 to 5. She works in the medical field. So it's a little bit more security there. She can take some time off. Her son is a little bit more leveled off. So they are doing better. But just like many families, there's highs and there's lows. And she knows she can call on us at any time. And we often will check on her, see how she's doing as well.
And I got to hear her story at the Foster Hope Breakfast. And my 94-year-old aunt just told me, she just coming off her 94th birthday, she goes, when they would tease me as a little girl, Lori, the nuns would say to me, that she went to the Catholic school, you're not better than anybody, and no one is better than you. And she's carried that throughout her whole life. And she asked me to remind my granddaughter. And this story reminds us two things. The greater Lansing area, we are all one person away from something that we may need or that they may need. And that connection is just wonderful. And the second thing is, you know what? Living paycheck to paycheck, everybody can remember the boxed, noodles and all that to get through. And we can all respect that, help each other, get over that hump. And that's a wonderful real life story of success. So I appreciate that. So growing, wow. All you have to do is you drive just a little down the south side of Lansing, and to see what used to be the McLaren Greater Lansing campus is now the Child and Family Charities campus. Yes. Julie, what's happening there?
Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. So the South Lansing corridor is changing as we speak, like you said, and we are full steam ahead with all of our plans to renovate that campus. And really, it's come out of the need because we've grown over time. Our programs have grown. We were located in many different spots all over Lansing, and we wanted to be able to consolidate all of our programs into one campus to make them more accessible for everyone. And that was so important to us, so that stories like Heather, she could come in and have basic needs support right there, but also access all of our critical services, mental health support or prevention support, reading programs, all these things that we offer. So I was blessed to be able to design this building with our staff post-pandemic because we created some amazing spaces for clients and for our staff that include flexible space for the staff where we have Zoom rooms and breakout rooms and meeting spaces. But for the clients, we have just all these great spaces where they can come and the therapist or the staff member signs out a room and they have a great child-friendly space, family visit spaces, therapy spaces, a big multi-purpose room, a whole wing dedicated just to basic needs. And so we're just like creating this kind of our dream campus post-pandemic and responding to the community need.
Absolutely, and showcasing that and opening first was the Jackson House.
Yes, and so we started, really that was kind of the start of our plan, is we needed to find a replacement for our very well-loved shelter that was formerly on the west side of Lansing. And so we opened that last summer, and we've been able to double our capacity there for our homeless and runaway youth program. So we serve youth there ages 12 to 21 and provide them support, just emergency shelter services and also longer term stays. So that's open in the former McCree House. Yes. Fully renovated, open, now the Jackson House. And we're meeting the need there and providing really critical services. And then there's one more component. We have right across the way from there on that same campus is the Education Center. And that's going to become a youth drop-in center and a vocational training area for our youth. So just excited to offer new services that are really important. And we know that youth right now are struggling in so many ways. We've seen an uptick in mental health requests, just general support, and we know violence and youth getting involved in a lot of the wrong things is happening. So we wanted ways to engage youth in different ways, and so we have a lot of programs that can do that.
Absolutely,
and cannot wait to open.
And these are not your old, institutional looking. No. They are colorful and vibrant, and literally arms open, welcoming,
Yes.
and every touch point of it. So any child, any family, your staff, the importance of taking care of those who take care of others, you have
Yes.
covered all the bases, and such a wonderful asset for our community. One day we'd hope not to
Yeah.
ever need it, but the reality is we are human beings, and these services are necessary and important. And especially as we talk about mental health issues, and families say, hey, I need that extra support. No shame in it.
Yeah, about 20% of youth are reporting mental health concerns, and we just want to be there to respond. And we're right in a neighborhood. We're on a bus line. We're across from Washington Park, and there's a lot of new redevelopments happening right there. So we could not have picked a better location and a better partner with McLaren to transform that campus. So.
That's right. And we can't do anything great alone. Singly, we can do good things, but together, right, we can do incredible things. And Daphna, I know you're all about the partnerships. And this would not have happened if it wasn't for many, many great partners, from those who could give a little bit, and maybe it's in time, but others who are able to write a big check and help build out. So do you want to give a shout out to any of these great partners of yours?
Oh, well, just like you said, we have so much support from both private and public funding. Those partnerships are key to our ability to reach so many people and finish this building. But obviously Jackson National Life Insurance Company, that helped us, their employees, over 400 of their employees gave to, plus the corporation themselves, so that we could build the Jackson House. And that was a wonderful, wonderful success. And then we had DART Foundation that is making sure that we have that education center and that drop-in center done so that we can meet those needs, both vocationally and training, and then also for those that are vulnerable and on the streets. And we have DART Foundation, we have MSU, FCU, desk drawer fund that came through for our program building that is going to expand all of our programs. Well, we've already expanded them, we just don't have room for them, so we'll be moving them in, and we'll have room to do everything we need to do. And then we also had Carl's Foundation that provided funding for the administration building, so that we also have room, more room, those rooms for collaboration between all of our services, because we provide so many different services in so many different areas that now we as a staff can work together in close proximity, so our clients and our staff can get so much more. And there were so many more. I mean, I can't mention them all.
Of course.
A lot of
individuals.
there's
so many individuals as well, and
Right.
corporations. And we had Sherry Jones and David Thomas were our chairs for the Be the Light campaign, our capital campaign. So, I mean, that was really where it all started. They brought the energy to the campaign and got the community behind us. And like you said, I mean, we all come together to do this, to make this campus a reality. And, the nonprofit, Child and Family Charities, belongs to the community. And so when you come at it from that perspective, it's just like, and everybody can give back at whatever level, that's how we are able to make this campus a reality.
All right.
And Lori, you were part of that committee.
Well, yes, I'll give a shout out to to myself. I'll try not to pat myself on the back too hard. But when there's something that speaks to you, and this one certainly does, being a mother or a grandmother, having family who have had certain needs throughout their journeys, to know there's such a valuable, and it's even more than a resource. It's a haven. It's a place where people can go and become whole or become stronger. And it's just incredible. And you're doing tours, I know.
Yes, we
so
are.
the community can check that out. And what is your website in case somebody wanted to check out some things?
Childandfamily.org.
Childandfamily.org.
You can
So
go right there under events, sign up for a tour. Come on out. We call them hard hat tours.
Yes.
So you get to wear the hard hat, don the glasses, and go through the building as it's being renovated. It's a really cool tour.
I guarantee it is a tour of a lifetime almost. Not maybe Disney competes with it, but just to see and feel and touch this environment you're creating is very moving. And you're not done. There's some other things percolating on the perimeter of this great new campus, Julie.
Yeah, so this has actually been part of Child and Family's vision to have the new campus, but it expanded beyond that to our partners. We always had the vision of having our partners close. We created spaces within our campus to have people come in and sign out spaces and use those spaces to work with our clients. But then we saw that there was an opportunity to have another building that was next door. The professional building was for sale, so we just recently purchased that, and We are bringing in some wonderful nonprofit partners. We already have United Way in there, Community Mental Health, and we have others who, stay tuned, will be joining us in the next little bit here. So by the end of the year, we're hoping that we have a lot of those new partners moved in, and then we'll really be able to make that collective impact together.
Oh, that is just
and
phenomenal.
and our construction, I mean, we should be done by the end of the year, and we're hoping to, I'm trying to be, careful with how I'm saying our timing, because you never know what you could run into, but we're hoping to be open by next spring and open to the public, and be welcoming people in, but kind of that same timeline for our community partners.
And I remember sitting with the two of you when this was just a vision, and could it ever become reality? And from the state to the locals to the individuals, everybody just rallied behind it. And we kicked it off during the pandemic.
Yes.
And when people said, well, you're not thinking right to be kicking this off during a pandemic, but hey.
I think we said what better time, right? Because there was so much community need, and we knew that we could respond, and that's our mission, and so we just went for it, and we put the vision out there, and the community responded in a big way. Like you're saying, at every level, federal, state, city, county, individuals, corporations. I mean, we were just
we're not done. People still can. We have a million reasons left for like playground equipment, and there's these are the icing on the cake, if you will, right? So people can still say, I want to be a part of this great initiative.
Get involved, we would love that.
Yeah, perfect. So check it out, Daphna. I know our time is winding down together, and I know you are the keeper of all wonderful ways to get involved, and guess what, they're really, really fun too. Do you want to share with our viewers a few of those?
Sure, you can always volunteer as a group or individual. We are looking for mentors for our various programs. And then we also have events that you can volunteer for. And we have upcoming Hope for the Holidays and Operation Good Cheer, which are opportunities to donate gifts to children in need, either in foster care or in shelter, in school districts. And then we also have Red Nose Ruckus. It's coming up. That's our winter gala. And we're thankful to Jackson again for being the presenting sponsor of that wonderful event. People tell me it is the premier winter gala in the area.
Absolutely.
And then we do have more opportunities to donate to our Million Reasons to Give Be the Light campaign. We have a goal of 1,000 donors, and we're close to that. We're just a little off of 200 more that we need. So just 200 more. And
200, that's easy breezy.
Yes.
You know, that's tell two friends and they'll tell two friends.
$10 get your name.
$10 get your name.
Yeah, that's right.
Somewhere important. That's awesome. Prominent.
That's right.
With our 1 minute left to go, just thinking of the greater Lansing area, taking it, of course, children and families are your passion and your love. But if you could only pick one or two things about our great region that are your favorites, what would they be, Julie?
Well, I'm going to have to go with Impression 5 because they have been a wonderful partner for us, and they're actually going to have an exhibit in our new building. And so just that collaboration, the partnerships, I'm just so thankful. They've been wonderful.
Yes. Daphna.
Well, I'll say the Silver Bells parade. We've been in that parade with a float, and it's just a lovely opportunity to, connect with all the other corporations and nonprofits in the area.
Perfect. Child and Family Charities, Julie and Daphna, thank you so much for sharing in this short time all the wonderful works you're doing in our community. It is what truly makes Greater Lansing great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lori.
I have Dan Shanahan, the East Lansing branch manager with Eaton Community Bank, here with me today. We're going to talk about banking. So Dan, I wanted to just check with you in regards to terms of banking. There's corporate banking, regional banking, local banking, and of course credit unions. I think like most I have a general understanding, but I've never heard of the term mutual banking until just recently. So I have no idea what it means. Help me with that.
Absolutely, Karen, and thanks for having me on. So Eaton Community Bank, we're a mutual bank, which means we're 100% owned by our customers. And there's only 3 mutual banks in Michigan. But it's similar to a credit union, but we have the same rules and regulations as all the other banks.
Okay, so that's interesting. Tell me, what does that mean for your clients?
Sure, well, a mutual bank is true community banking. So there's no stocks, there's no shareholders, there's no dividends, and those things aren't driving our decision making. We pay our fair share in taxes, and we are 100% invested in our customers and our local communities. We're also an FDIC member, so our customers enjoy the same protections as all the bigger banks. And thanks to today's technologies and smartphones and mobile banking, our customers can enjoy the same conveniences as all the big regional and national banks. It's like shopping local or eating out at a restaurant that uses locally sourced food. You're not just purchasing quality goods and services, you're also directly contributing to the health and vitality of your local community.
Wow, when you put it like that, I don't know why anyone would not want to bank local. Thank you so much, Dan. I really appreciate your time today and you just giving us a better understanding of what banking really is.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
When talking about downtown Lansing, the word transformation comes up all the time now. From the new bars, the new retail, and the new housing developments that are happening, we're excited to tell you about all the new things coming down. We have Sean Elliott from SE Growth here with us to tell us about all these new developments.
How are you? So I've been developing businesses and buildings downtown for a little over 20 years now, and I've never been as bullish on downtown as I am right now. We finally have the housing density we've been looking for, and when people go to different cities, they don't call home and say, I saw this really cool strip mall, or we went to this multi-million-dollar restaurant out in a farm field they destroyed. They talk about the character of the cities, the places with character, you know, Cupie's and Veg Head and the Peanut Shop and all the iconic businesses that we have downtown. So with all of the foundation that we have to build on, and now Paul Gentilozzi's talking about adding another 25-story building in the heart of downtown. So it's a really exciting time to be downtown. And Middle Village has some great vendors, and we just heard from All of Us Hip Hop Academy. So the things in downtown Lansing are kind of the nucleus of the community, and it's going to be the identity that Lansing's known for. So it's a very exciting place to be.
That's super exciting, and we're so glad that you've invested in downtown Lansing. Can you tell us why you chose it in the first place?
Well, I'm kind of in love with old buildings. I love structures with character, and I haven't found an old challenging project that I don't fall in love with yet. So I just kind of walked from one building to the next and worked on them and tried to restore them in the best way possible so that they turn into a public asset.
Thank you so much again, Sean, for joining us. And for anybody that would like to learn more about downtown Lansing and what's happening, go to downtownlansing.org.
Hi, I have Julie O'Brien here with me today from Colliers. It's a commercial firm here locally, and hey, I just have to ask you, Julie, a woman in commercial real estate, how did that happen?
Well, you know what, and thank you for having me, Karen.
You're welcome.
But when I started looking into commercial real estate about 15 years ago, there was a great opportunity with a very seasoned industrial team. I had no idea what industrial real estate was, but I knew it was a great chance. So I took advantage of it, and all the reasons that I thought I would dislike industrial real estate, I love it.
Nice.
I work with decision makers every day. They have very specific needs. It's unemotional. The industries I work with are fascinating, so no 2 days are alike.
That is absolutely awesome. And speaking of not being alike, our market is constantly changing in residential real estate, and interest rates will fluctuate and change things up. So tell me, in 30 seconds or less, what do you see trending for the end of 2024 in commercial real estate?
Well, commercial real estate covers a whole realm of different segments, but in my segment in industrial real estate, it's steady, it's consistent.
Nice.
We have had an extremely low vacancy rate here in mid-Michigan and across the country for the last 15 years. Our biggest issue actually is inventory or lack of inventory. So if people own property, this is a great time to take it to market.
Nice.
And if people are looking to purchase, industrial real estate is a great option.
Good, good. Well, I hope our viewers reach out to you and take you up on all of the information that you can provide them as they're making decisions with commercial real estate in the greater Lansing area. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks so much.
Today we're excited to have one of the Rotary Club of Lansing Foundation's local award winners, Sue Shilton from the Junior Achievement of Mid-Michigan. Thanks for coming, Sue.
Thank you.
What can you tell us about Junior Achievement and its relationship with Rotary?
Junior Achievement, we've been around 104 years. We've been teaching financial literacy, work readiness, and entrepreneurship skills to students in kindergarten through 12th grade, bringing business and community education and students together. Working with the Rotary has just been a perfect partnership. the Rotary promotes service above self. And by promoting service above self, we also get a chance to have some of the Rotary members come in and volunteer and become mentors.
And how does the partnership between Rotary and JA work so well?
We work so well together because the Rotary is all about, the four-way test is all about promoting goodwill and being part of the community, and junior achievement is collaborative by nature. And so because of the four-way test and because of our ability to collaborate so well, we bring together a force that is able to promote education to students in K through 12.
And how does the grant you receive from the Rotary Club helping out?
So we are so eternally grateful for the grant that was received. Last year we had a 76% increase in student impact, and this year we are on target to even beat that record. So the grant dollars that were provided by the Rotary have helped us to provide even more programming than we ever have in the past.
All right, thank you, Susan.
Thank
you. And if you'd like to learn more, please go to lansingrotary.org.
So Kai, I understand that one of CATA's strategic goals is cross-boundary trips and regional mobility. Can you talk a little bit more about what that crazy little thing called microtransit is?
So microtransit is an on-demand transportation solution that CATA is offering inside select zones, which will bring customers to and from fixed route services.
Excellent. And can you talk a little bit about the value that microtransit services would bring to the region?
Absolutely. The value that microtransit promises is to facilitate first mile and last mile trips. That's really one of the main values of microtransit. So traditionally that would be filled with walking and biking, where some people struggle to do that. So microtransit offers a first mile, last mile solution to facilitate that transportation.
Great. And also, could you touch on the value that microtransit brings to the rider?
Very similar to a ride-sharing app, we bring a technology component when we're introducing microtransit. So you'll be able to see where the bus is and anticipate when the bus will be to you to pick you up. Also, you'll be able to track your ride throughout your transportation experience, knowing where you are at all times.
And where would the microtransit service operate in?
The microtransit zones that CATA will offer will be in Delhi Township, Meridian Township, service to the airport, and downtown Lansing service, as well as a new service inside Delta Township.
That's really great information. Kai, thank you so much for sharing today.
Thank you.
The Lansing Regional Chamber is pleased to be part of Discover Greater Lansing, where we will celebrate and showcase the economic growth and assets that define our region. We are experiencing an extraordinary transformation with over $4 billion in new investment and thousands of new jobs. Placemaking, including the integration of arts, entertainment, and culture, plays a pivotal role in shaping our vibrant communities. Infrastructure is the backbone of economic growth, and we're seeing historic levels of investment exceeding $800 million, including the planned reconstruction of Michigan Avenue, connecting Michigan State University to our state capitol. As you embark on your journey to discover Greater Lansing, we encourage you to immerse yourselves in the unique experiences our region has to offer, support the small businesses that form the heartbeat of Lansing, and joining us in fostering an environment where innovation, collaboration, and prosperity flourish. Together, let's build a stronger Lansing.
From living, working, and playing, we've got it right here in Greater Lansing. Thanks for joining us.